BAMWETH Uniswap chart. So yeah, let's talk about it, right? These meme coins are going pretty crazy. So BAM's doing pretty good. Um, let's go ahead and see where these levels are acting out at, right? Or playing out, I guess I should say. So when looking at BAM, you can zoom in because there's not too much data. You could look at the 4 hour, but I think the 1 hour is probably the best chart to look at right now, just because it gives you a little bit more visual structure. It kind of looks like it's just going up, right? Kind of like a parabolic curve. Yeah, that we had a sell-off, but in reality, these sell-offs are very healthy. As you can see when mapping this chart, there's been a couple support and resistance zones that's been made already. Looking at this here, this was obviously a resistance zone. It came up, tapped it a couple times, broke through, came back, retraced, tapped it, pulled back again, tapped it again, and basically blasted through. So where is the next support resistance zone? So I'll show you right now, right? So right there. As you can see, came up, tried to break through this high, failed it, came down, tried it again, failed, tried, failed, kept on trying, then kind of slowly squeezed its way through. Went through it, pulled back, retraced, tapped that level again, and now it blasted off one more time. So for BAM, where can we see this going? Not exactly sure, but if it does anything like what it did back here, let's go ahead and mark this next level, right? Because right here is obviously the next resistance zone. All right. So you could have even maybe put it here. It tried to wick through it, do a swing failure, short it all the way down, if shorts are even open yet since it's such a new coin. But this is pretty much where I think the next playing field would be. So if you want to get out of BAM and you're in it right now, I would at least wait to see if it goes ahead and taps this level up here. So we're going to get a little move up, maybe swing failure, come down, play around in this zone a little bit before coming back up and maybe making new highs if Bitcoin stays very healthy, right? Because that's all it does come down to at the end of the day, is what is Bitcoin going to do? So right now, we had a pump, had a sell-off, found support. Now it looks like it's getting ready to launch again. This meme coin is it's doing its thing, it's hanging in there. It's been launched. It seems like at a great time. You just had Pepe that just went absolutely insane about a week ago. Even though Pepe's been around for a few months now. I'm not exactly sure how long, but yeah, it's been out for a little while. Now you have BAM and a couple other meme coins out there that's just making a wave. And with it being out so early, there's not too much data, but you can at least start to at least draw your support and resistance zones. So like I mentioned before, it's always good to see price come down, sweep the lows, and then move higher. This is the only thing I could really say about BAM. When you go ahead and even pull some fibs from swing low to swing high, you can see it came down to the golden zone, right, or platinum zone, whatever you want to call it. Hit it perfectly, right on that support, and now it's going back up. Will it do a double top like I have here, come back down? Maybe. But as of right now, I think it's a decent time to load up your bags. But obviously, if you do, you got to take in mind where your stop loss will be. And realistically, you want it below this wick, which is 40%. That's insane. So there's not really much ways to really play this. To be honest, these coins you don't really want to trade. It's mostly you throw whatever cash you want. You can risk to lose in there and just see how it plays out. If you're doing spot, you could just hold it. It did just launch. The bull market is basically here, but not really, right? It's here in the sense of I think the bear market is over. We're just gonna get some retracements along the way. But I think that if you're gonna get into this, it's not a bad time. Maybe it comes back down, does like a quick little double bottom. You can probably get back in over here before it really pushes higher. But if you don't feel like waiting, maybe throw a little play money in there and see what it does. Okay, but that is my idea on BAM. Not really much else to say. I think it's an interesting meme coin. We'll see how it does. It has a couple big names already talking about it. Um, Another confirmation which you can look out for is possibly just the trend line break, right? So if this trend line gets broken, then let me take this magnet off. This thing's way too strong. So if this trend line gets broken, then that's usually a clear sign that it's ready to be off for to the races again. You can always adjust it, whatever. Hit a few of these lines. Right, it's basically right there. It's right on it. So if this gets broken, then yeah, that's exactly what I can see is this price action right here, which would be up, come down, retest, and moon. So let's see. If you want to wait for it to break out, you can do that. Come down, retest, enter here. You can do so. It could be a higher low, re-entry, or if you want to be a breakout trader and get in here before this little pump happens, you can. As long as Bitcoin stays healthy and looks like it wants to move up, that would be the best bet. But as of BAM right now, as an analysis, I would say, yeah, it's not a bad time to get in after a little retracement. It just launched about 2 days ago. Has a lot of hype behind it, so just be careful out there. Do not get in with cash that you cannot afford to lose, right? That's like rule number one. If you just want to do paper trading, maybe you just make like a fake account or write down some numbers on a notebook and say, hey, if I was to get in here, this is how much I would have put into it. Let's just see where my targets are. Maybe this will be target number one. It could possibly be target number two, right? If you pull some fibs from the lows to the high, you could say, okay, I'm going to take a target right around here, the 0.5. Another target, 786. Last one could be up here with some money or some, capital left to go off for the races. Because if you have some money pulled out, you move your stops to entry or your limit orders to entry, whatever it is, you're basically just playing with house money at that point. So this is my analysis on BAM. I think it did do a decent job, like I mentioned before. Decent pump. It retraced a lot with Bitcoin's weird price action today, and it's looking like it's ready to go again. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. I will try to do another coin very soon. Once again, if there is something you want to see me do a TA on, leave it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to check it out for you. Thank you for joining. Hit that like and subscribe.